we might not have seen the last of candidate Ted Cruz. Now, the former candidate and possible hell demon said that he would respond accordingly if voters chose him in the Nebraska primary that happens tonight. That's, of course, during an interview with conservative radio host Glenn Beck. Now, Glenn Beck, of course, is a huge Ted Cruz supporter, and since Cruz supposedly dropped out after being crushed in Indiana, Glenn Beck has been on suicide watch, essentially. Now, Beck had him on a show and asked whether he would consider getting back in the race if he won Nebraska. Now, Ted Cruz said this, quote, "I am not holding my breath. My assumption is that that will not happen. The reason we suspended the race last week is with Indiana's loss, I didn't see a viable path to victory. If that changes, however, we will certainly respond accordingly." I don't know, maybe we might. If we win Nebraska, we're back in it, baby. Nebraska, it's up to you. There are two options here. See, you could either dash what little hopes Ted Cruz has now. And he doesn't have a lot, but there's still a little bit of hope in there that needs to be crushed. Or the better option, let Ted Cruz win, so he really gets his hopes up before they absolutely destroy him in the next state. That right there would be kind of awesome. And yes, I realize I'm being kind of an asshole about this, right? But there's a reason. And it's because at the end of the day, not even I can out-asshole Ted Cruz. If you know his policies, you know where he stands on gay rights, on atheists, on poor people. If you know his policies, then you know just how smug and how terrible this guy would be. Now, I've often argued that he is worse than Donald Trump because he knows what he's doing. Donald Trump has been flipping all of his positions. He's malleable. He's like a windsock. He's almost the human equivalent, or the Republican equivalent of Hillary Clinton. And some of you might argue with, no, Hillary Clinton is the Republican equivalent to Hillary Clinton. You might actually win that argument too. But nonetheless, Cruz definitely worse than Trump. And see, that's why I relish the chance for the electorate to give him another figurative kick in the teeth before he finally drops to near irrelevance in the national conversation. So it's on you, Nebraska. No matter what you do, Cruz is still going to lose. But you have a choice, whether you want to do it with style or not. Don't disappoint me, Nebraska. Give him a good kick in the teeth. For me.